going on in the Star Wars universe this week in under 20 minutes.
Yes, and we're also going to have news from the Rogue One set about a full-size X-Wing with a 360-degree screen and X-Wings on a gimbal.
And Daisy Ridley still looking absolutely amazing, even though she's under a layer of mud.
Yes, and we're also going to have a major plot leak from Episode VIII. We've got a great show for you this week.
Welcome to Star Wars 20. Posted a video of herself and the aftermath of a home skin remedy treatment.
Yeah, her skin was really bright yellow, but actually she was in good spirits about it. She was a good sport about it, and she still looked fantastic.
I thought she could be playing a space alien in this movie, and I would still be absolutely okay with it.
Yes, I agree. And so Mark Hamill recently responded to this tweet by a fan at Jolton Jessica.
Hamill himself said, or at Hamill himself, "Can I go to Comic-Con as Luke Skywalker even though I'm a girl? I'm doing it anyways."
Yes, and Mark Hamill replied, quote, "Gender matters not when you're rocking the Force like you are, baby."
Hamill always has the best responses, doesn't he?
He's just so cool with the fact.
He's just spot on.
Yeah, years ago he came out with an interview. It's like people have said, it's like, well, Harrison Ford has gone on to do this. Carrie Fisher has gone on to become an established author. And he's like, what about you? And his literal response was, you know what? I'm Luke Skywalker.
That's so great, cool. Dude. Yeah. I love it.
So
I love that guy.
There's a Blu-ray release of Star Wars Rebels Season 2.
August 30th, Vader vs. Ahsoka, exclusively on Blu-ray. Executive producer Dave Filoni reflects on the cinematic lightsaber battle between Ahsoka Tano and Darth Vader, which, if you remember, was pretty epic.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. And also some of the other DVDs will have hidden references, Easter eggs, and connections to the Star Wars universe.
That's right. The Blu-ray will be 3-disc, the DVD will be 4-disc, and Season 3 comes out of fall 2016.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it big time.
Me too.
So, and there's also a huge week in Star Wars Celebration Europe announcements.
First off, another wave of stars will be available to meet.
Yes, Peter Mayhew.
Who's that?
He's plays a tall guy with fur and like a walking carpet. He's probably my favorite character in the Star Wars universe.
Kind of like an Ewok, but taller?
Yeah, you could say that. And so Jeremy Bulloch and Daniel Logan, who each played Boba Fett, and Anthony Daniels, who, of course, plays C-3PO.
Anthony Daniels was amazing. I showed up to Celebration Anaheim here in California, just having a burrito, and who walks up to me? Anthony Daniels. It was the one day I wasn't wearing a Star Wars shirt. I had a Back to the Future shirt on, and he goes, "You're supporting the wrong franchise. What are you even doing here?"
Yeah.
And he walked away. It was fantastic.
It's cool because like when we were in line,
he loves
like,
razzing people.
Yeah, where I was in line, and he was just going by shaking hands with people and saying hello. But what was cool about it was that there's no cameras following him. He was doing it like as a genuine appreciation fan. Yeah. Very, very cool.
Yeah. No, he's awesome. Yeah. He's amazing.
So I totally agree. And so,
having technical difficulties here. Oh, hey, this is how I go back. Aha!
So we're good to go? We can make a cut there?
Sure.
And so also announced the Trials of Tatooine virtual reality game will debut at Celebration Europe.
The game will place gamers in the role of a Jedi Padawan sent to a desert planet in search of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, we had. I was talking to John, and he was saying that they're going to have like some sort of device control for the video game, and you're going to be slashing around with a lightsaber, and it'll jump up on the screen as well.
That sounds incredibly, incredibly cool.
Yeah, hopefully they'll have it for my 20th.
Have you tried the virtual reality stuff?
I have not.
I haven't either.
I've actually lived reality, so that's why I haven't tried it.
That's rough stuff.
Yes, yeah. Trust me. It could be worse, though. And so Celebration Europe also announced the release of their floor plan.
It's a detailed map of where everything is going to be.
Yeah, some of the ones to remember are the Celebration and Galaxy stage, the costume and props of Rogue One area, and the Trials of Tatooine virtual reality experiment.
The Rogue One area. That was the Force Awakens area was the coolest part of Celebration Anaheim.
Yes.
Yeah, California Anaheim, not Florida Anaheim.
Yeah, so, but it was really, really cool. And so good. I'm kind of a little jealous, or envious, I should say, of the individuals going to Europe.
That's right.
So
Speaking of individuals going to Europe, if you're going to Europe and you're watching this show, we're looking for anything you can send us. Videos, images, everything, because we'd like to be able to tell people about the awesomeness going on in Europe before they find it out from one of the other shows.
Yeah, it's like one of the shows that have copied us. So, but executive producer Dave Filoni will debut the first 2 episodes of Star Wars Rebels Season 3 at Celebration Europe.
That's it. I'm going to Europe. I can't stand it. That was probably the second coolest thing at Celebration Anaheim in California.
Yeah, that was one of the things I missed.
Because when you watch the movies, when the movies come out, you're in a theater, you're with 1,000 other just mad fans. Millennium Falcon shows up for the first time, the theater erupts and cheers. You watch Rebels at home, and it sounds like this.
Yeah. So usually with the sound of Doritos in the background. Yeah, chomping it. So,
but watching Rebels with just a stadium full of fans is pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was an amazing experience.
I agree.
Yeah. So, here we go again. Dear Apple.
First world problems. So, Celebration Europe also announced that they're going to actually be showing a couple of the Star Wars films there.
Well, that's cool. Which ones?
On Friday, during the weekend, they're going to be showing A New Hope. And for me, I'm old enough that it's just Star Wars. And on Saturday, they're going to be showing The Force Awakens.
Nice.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. And also Celebration Europe debuted some of the art that will be sold there.
The Star Wars Celebration Art Show brings together talented artists from around the world.
Yeah, there's going to be over 20 different artists featured. Not 21 because I don't know how to draw. So for you collectors at Celebration Europe, there's also going to be released a picture of the medallions you can collect there.
That's right. You get a medallion for attending certain panels.
That's going to be a pretty cool, like almost like a treasure hunt.
It is going to be like a cool treasure hunt, but you can't be at all the panels all at once, right? So it's going to be fairly difficult to collect all the medallions.
Yeah, but they might have like a thing, like a chart that says you want to get this medallion at this place. You have to be there at certain times. Who knows? It'll be fun. At first it was pins, little pins that you'd see all around, and now they're going to be
doing medallions. Now it's medallions. That's pretty cool. So pretty soon we're going to start looking like the end of Star Wars.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and with all these medallions that I'll be collecting, I'll be looking like Mr. T.
You can look like him anyway.
Yes.
Here we go. There we go.
A celebration of body art. That's right. Celebration Europe will have a tattoo pavilion again.
You can start booking your appointments now on this Celebration website.
Yeah, there's also going to be over 20 artists will be there. So
I wanted to remind everybody also that all the links to everything that we're talking about is going to be in the description below. So go ahead and scroll below this YouTube video and click on those links.
Yes. And so Funko announced exclusives for Celebration Europe.
That's right. It's going to be Luke with his hand cut off, Luke wearing his medal, Han wearing his medal, and Forlom.
And Funko will be at Celebration Europe and booth number S as in Sierra, S203.
Nicely done. And that takes us to our movie section.
So on the Rogue One set, there's actually a full-size X-Wing, and it had a wrap-around 360-degree screen that was about 40 feet high, and it was projecting on those screens what's going on around the cockpit, helping the actors react.
That is extremely cool.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know how hard it is to react to nothing going on, this is what the set really looks like that we're on. And this is what it looks like when you guys finally get to see it. So it's hard to know where and what is going on when you're just standing against a green room. So that's amazing that they're going to that sort of level of reaction with the actors. They're actually giving the actors something to react to.
And what's cool,
that's acting, right? It's reacting.
And what's cool is that you can see some of the. I'm thinking you can see some of the reflections on the cockpit windows.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, so you'd see, instead of having to do the CGI and the post-editing.
Digital adding.
Yeah, you can probably just use a little bit of reflections as the focal points as well.
That would be awesome.
So, yeah, they used a similar gimbal on Episode VII with the Millennium Falcon. So, and for those of you who don't know what a gimbal is, it's pretty much a giant set that's on a rotating thing and just kind of moves around. So instead of like faking that you have to move this way and moving the camera in a certain way, they just move the whole entire set, and you're not really faking it. You're actually... It's authentic.
Not to jump space shows, but that's the old Star Trek thing, right? It's
yes.
The big joke is the thing would be there and everybody would fall over left, but not at the same time, and it would be hilarious.
Yeah. So,
Well, that takes us to our Both and Spies section, which is rumors and spoilers. So if you want to stay spoiler-free, go ahead and click right here. We're going to skip this section. But if you're one of the cool kids like us, you're going to want to hear these rumors because, frankly, they're pretty good.
Yes.
Episode 8, plot leak. Rey, Luke, and the ghost of Yoda in a major sequence. Luke tells Rey the Jedi Council were arrogant, holding a secret which led to their demise. Luke also describes a mystical tree. The old Jedi Master shows Rey a glimpse into the past. They see two children playing near a tree. The boy noticed that he had greater strength and intuition when he was closer to this tree. The girl noticed that the tree also made her brother increasingly angry. One day, an argument breaks out between the children, and the boy kills the girl. The girl comes back and explains how the Force can be used for both good and evil. She tells her followers that one day she will return as either a boy or a girl, and that they should train this child. Luke tells Rey that the Jedi Order had been searching for the reincarnation of the original Jedi, and they were thinking that that was Anakin, the chosen one.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that this is just a bunch of malarkey.
I don't know. I think sometimes I get.
It's a little Cain and Abel for me.
I know. I think it's a. Sometimes I think that they release the stuff on purpose to see how the fans are going to react, and if there's a humongous negative reaction, it's like no, that was fake anyway. When we were going to do that, that was a total rumor. But if there's a positive reaction by the fans, and then they're not going to say anything like to validate.
Dear Lucasfilm, if you're looking for a reaction from a fan, my name is Alan. I disapprove this plot theory.
And that's what happens. But until then, we are now on our way to the cantina.
I love the cantina. Let's have a drink. Cantina! We love the cantina!
Yes.
This is our spot. I love this cantina. No service, but good cantina. All right, well, first we got to give a shout out to our host, John, who's not with us today because we had some technical malfunctions last time.
Yeah, the batteries that we used for the audio stuff came out of my 90s beeper, and they were from the 90s, so we got no audio.
The Minox didn't help either.
Yes, and so, but this time we brought the Lugial Napper and the Hydro Spanner, and so now we have audio.
Yep, and we added it to the clapper. See? Oh, there we go. So, all right, on to our Cantina news. Going back to my trusty Apple Watch here.
So, first
there we go.
Problems.
All right.
So the new trailer for Battlefront DLC Bespin was released.
This is incredible. I said in the last show that I was like, Bespin battle, what are you talking? What are you just gonna fly around in circles? This trailer looks incredible. They absolutely made me eat those. Did I have my glasses on the entire time?
I think you did. You got to keep them on now because I am not to go back because I've got a job. We've all got jobs. That's the kind of hosts we are. We're real people. After this, I'm going to work. After this, he's going to work. And so John couldn't be here because he's at work. Yeah. So anyways, back to the show. My ADD's kicking in. But they have new heroes in there. They're going to have Lando Calrissian, and they're actually going to have Dengar. Dengar was, if you remember, he was on Empire Strikes Back. He's one of the bounty hunters.
That's right. John described him really well. He was one of the ones that was all wrapped up in like the
with bandages and stuff like that. Yeah, there was IG-88, Forlom, Zuckuss, and then Dengar, and along with Boba Fett.
That's right. That's right. And also some of the new features of this game is going to feature a new vehicle called the Storm 4 Twin Pod Cloud Car.
Yes.
Or the 4TPCC.
Yes. Yeah. I can't top that. So the only thing I can include is that it'll include new maps, including the Carbonite Freezing Room.
That is awesome.
Yes, I agree. And so, but who knows? I still need to. Hopefully, it'll come out for the 2600. I'm still hoping on that.
I'm holding my breath on that one.
ColecoVision. So the trailer for the Force Awakens Lego game DLC, Jabba's Palace, was released.
You can play this as, you'll never guess it, Jabba, Bounty Hunter Leia, Gamorrean Guard, Max Rebo, the old keyboard artist from the band, Bib Fortuna, and Oola.
Yes.
Oola la la la.
Yes, it's all you.
I would probably be playing as Oola.
So... But the Force Awakens Lego game is going to be released June 28th, and you only could get Jabba's Palace if you pre-order at GameStop.
That's right. You remember the old days when you used to be able to purchase a game, and that was the game?
And that was it.
That was like the whole game? Mm-hmm. And nothing but the game?
Yeah, like Tic-Tac-Toe,
to help you
Hopscotch. Or are you talking about video games?
I'm talking about video games. Mario Brothers had no downloadable content. You just got Mario Brothers, and it was awesome.
I'll still play Mario Brothers to this day. I still play Mario Kart.
Oh, dude.
On the 64. And so, but the Han Solo comic debut came out this week. Our lovely co-host, Mr. John, actually got myself and Alan our own versions of this comic. There's 3 different covers, I believe.
Yep.
There's one with Han and Chewbacca. There's one with just Harrison Ford, Han Solo on set.
But it's like the hot, sexy money shot of Han Solo.
That would be...
I'm a man's man, and that cover is the hot, sexy man shot of Han Solo. I'm just saying. Yeah. Am I wrong?
The only part you were wrong was making eye contact with me when you said hot, sexy man. Don't ever...
I was channeling Harrison Ford. That's what was happening there.
So, but the artist is Mark Brook and the writer is Marjorie Liu. It's actually set shortly after A New Hope. Luke Skywalker is not in the comic. Instead, Han is very much the focal point of his own story.
Well, I gotta say, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the Han Solo comic.
Yeah, and then you had a Bloodline that had a Leia. Let's focus on that, so Han gets a comic.
So does that mean that Luke will eventually get a comic? Out
no,
of the Fab 3, they've done 2.
No, he'll get his own movie, pretty much episode 8.
Think so?
Yes.
Could be.
So that's what I'm hoping.
Could be. So this takes us to our favorite section, May the Fan Be With You, which is our favorite section, obviously, because we're fans. YouTuber 1 Minute Galactica made a drunk driving PSA featuring none other than Mr. Solo himself. It meshes up Han Solo looking awkward in the Falcon with scenes of the ship out of control, complete with PSA-style narration, a Cantina prologue, and the dramatic fade to black crash.
Yeah.
It's so good that I have to absolutely show you the whole thing. So here it is.
Get back to the ship. Get her ready.
When friends drink too much, even in galaxies far, far away, friends don't let friends drive drunk. Drinking and driving can kill a friendship.
Well, that was amazing.
Yes,
I love that. I love that.
It's very, very
I love that.
imaginative. I like it.
Yeah.
Very, very creative. And so
kudos to the creator of that particular piece. Make sure you check out the entire video and follow him and subscribe to them in the links below. And speaking of links below, don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
Because we're 10 subscribers away from the big 100, and I would love 100 subscribers. That's a YouTube milestone, and you could help us get there, and that would just be amazing. We thank you for your subscription.
Yes.
So until then, may the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you. See you next week, John.